Colorado High School Activities Association football is on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com tonight. From Beet Digger Stadium in Brush, it's the regular season home finale as the Brush Beet Diggers take on the Weld Central Rebels. John Beltran back with Dave Uhrig. Dave, we mentioned during Beet Digger Blast-Off towards the tail end that the Beet Diggers are a little bit short-handed for various reasons. That means some upperclassmen will have a chance to make a statement tonight.
Yep, they're going to have a lot of different, not a lot, but a few different faces out there. And, that's exciting. The kids get a chance to play. They got one time in their life to give it their best shot, and something for everybody to remember.
Yeah, no question about it. And right now you've got Andrew Guzman, Riggs Tan, and Jaron Peterson there for the coin toss. And the Beet Diggers are coached by Reed Call in his second year, assisted by Aaron Quinlan, Travis Lefevre, Rick Call, Kent Call, Dusty Quick, Brady Walter, and Bob Baer. The Rebels coached by James Kennedy, assisted by Scott Poole, Marcus Diamond, Zachary Case, Robert Gutka, Kevin Campbell, Quentin Rivera, Kyle Hafner, and Dwayne Barclay. And Dave, this is the final game of the long career of Terry Clough as part of the Chain Gang. He's been doing it since the mid-'60s in California, and he's been a staple of Brush Beet Digger football, Brush Beet Digger sports here in Northeast Colorado.
Well, I think he's probably the only guy that can hang with you as far as Brush history and Brush football history. And, you want to know what happened in what year against what team, and he can tell you. He can tell you the record. He can tell you the score of the game. He can tell you who they played, who they played against, where the game was played. He can tell you all of it.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? I mean, he is just, done so good to us, providing us with series records for each and every team, whether it's Weld Central, Platte Valley, even non-Patriot League teams. Terry, you're the best. Terry Clough, final game tonight as part of the Chain Gang. And that is a career of about 50 years. That's amazing. The Beet Diggers will receive the opening kickoff. It's brought to you by Buildings by Design, the experience to complete your project from start to finish. Get the quality you deserve in your building by starting your build project right. Start with Buildings by Design. Beet Diggers dressed in their home maroons. Weld Central in their road whites. Taggart Moses, a junior, to kick it off. They've got those gray pants. This is a short kick, and it's going to be fielded at the 16 by Lopez, running to his right across the 25, has a seam to the 30, and a nice run, a return of about 18 yards to the 34. .35 officially. We'll get to the starting lineup here coming up momentarily for the Beet Diggers. Quarterback, of course, is a junior in Cade Uhrig. Jaron Peterson is on pace for close to 1,000 yards. He gets the handoff, running left, a big hole up the left side. He's across the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 7 for Jaron Peterson. The tackle was made by Wyatt Thifault, and the Beet Diggers in a no-huddle offense. How about that, Dave?
It's awesome. They come out in that unbalanced left and the power eye left and just overpowered him with more blockers.
Lost you there for a second after the gain of 7 by Peterson. Handoff left side. He stood up, but he gains about a yard. Tackle was made at the 43 by Devontae Fleming, a junior. It'll be 3rd down and 2 to go. Now the Beet Diggers are huddling. We told you a couple of starters there. Beet Digger starting lineup is brought to you by Equitable Savings and Loan. Locations in Fort Morgan, Sterling, and Brush. Available 24/7 for your banking needs. Equitable Savings and Loan. 3rd down and 2. The Beet Diggers have it at their own 43-yard line. Under center, Uhrig turns heads off to Peterson. 1st down, back up the middle. He's into the secondary, breaking tackles inside the 40 to the 37 for Jaron Peterson. He's running strong. And that is a gain of 20 for Jaron Peterson, a Brush Beet Digger 1st down. And Dave, could be a big night for the senior.
Well, they can run the ball. We've known that all year. They run 3 plays in a row to the left side.
1st and 10 for the Beet Diggers of the Weld Central 37. And what do we have now? A stoppage. And Wow, the play clock ran out that quickly?
Oh, my goodness.
That is crazy. There's no way the play clock should have run out that quickly. That is a terrible call.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. What's the play clock, 5 seconds? And the fans are unhappy, and so are we, Dave. That is ridiculous.
Yeah, Coach Call's even pointing up to the scoreboard because he said time didn't even run off the clock.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. I mean, these officials got to know what they're doing. That is a horrendous call, and the coaches are hot on the sideline. I don't blame them.
No, I'm hot too.
I mean, that is the definition of incompetence. And again, I know that it sounds strong coming out of my mouth, but everybody's hot on the sidelines. You and I are seeing the same thing. I don't know how that was delay of game. You can sense when there's going to be a delay of game. Out of a shotgun, 1st and 15 for the 42. Lopez in motion to the right, has the handoff on the end around, but he gets back maybe to the line of scrimmage. I doubt it. He lost about 1.5 yards. It'll be a loss of 1 to the 43-yard line, 2nd down and 16. But that phantom delay of game changed the whole drive.
Yeah, that was a bad deal, and it happened right down there in the sticking point that we've had all season, down there around the 35-yard line. You know, they're in a 5-3, but they have their defensive ends lined up really wide, standing up, and it's hard to get around the corner on them.
2nd down and 16 for the Weld Central 43. Trips to the left, Urick in a gun, looking to throw, still looking, and then he's going to get hit, and he fumbles the ball. And I think he's got it right there. Or an offensive lineman, actually, Andrew Guzman, has it right at midfield. That's a loss of about 7. Now it'll be 3rd down and 23. I just hate the fact that whole drive was changed due to an official's call that should have never been made.
Yep, I have to agree with you. But again, Weld Central's in a 5-3. They have their defensive ends standing up, and they're really wide and not blitzing linebackers, but real aggressive.
It is 3rd down and 23 from midfield. There's a draw play to Peterson. He's hitting the backfield. He lost a bunch of yardage. There was no blocking there. Lost about, 5 yards to the 45. Big hit there made by Taggart Moses. It'll be 4th down and 28. The B-Diggers will have to punt, but they were looking good for a while.
They sure were. Had the Weld Central on roller skates. Really had them confused with that unbalanced look and running that power at them. But like you say, you get in those long yardage situations, and it just kills the momentum.
I believe J.R. Puga is the punter tonight. And he gets it off. That's a high. It's not going to turn over much up the sideline. And it bounces out of bounds at around, maybe the 25 or 30-yard line. Not a bad kick for J.R. Puga. And Weld Central, with 8:33 to go in the opening quarter.
Wow. The Whitecap didn't stay in position over there, so when the official on the sideline went to pick the ball up and see where the Whitecap was to see where it went out of bounds, there was nobody there for him to measure up to, so he went ahead and put the ball in play right there.
At the 25, the B-Diggers got a break there. That ball should be closer to the 30-yard line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having my suspicions already about the officiating crew. 1st and 10. Out of a shotgun is Gutka. Man in motion to the right. There's the handoff on the end around the sideline, and a big gainer and knocked out of bounds. It's going to be Andrew Younger, 2nd leading rusher for this team. He's across the 30 to about the 35. I believe he's got a 1st down. Should be a gain of about 10 yards. And that's what it is. A 1st down for Weld Central.
Yeah, just that fly, that end-around run, and our defensive end just got hooked. He couldn't fight that for that outside shoulder of his blocker. Got hooked and just had open reins to run.
1st and 10 for the Rebels. Handoff. Nope, that's going to be a keeper by the quarterback, Gutka. He's going to be stood up right around the line of scrimmage. Let's see who got in there first. Isaac Romero, but really the first guy in on the play for Brush was, Kenny Stegner. Was that Victor Campa as well? Wearing 79. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, they tried the same look and play the other direction. They just kept the ball. Didn't fool Stegner over here on this side.
2nd down and 10 to go for the Rebels at their own 35-yard line. No score, 7.5 to go in the opening quarter. Out of a shotgun, Guka option left. He will pitch it left and swinging it back to the left side with plenty of running room up the left sideline as he gets by Jade Queen, who actually knocks him down at the last second. Will be Alex Reese, the leading rusher. That's a big gainer into B-Digger territory. It's a gain of 17, a Rebel first down on that pitch left.
Yeah, that option was a good play for them. Tell you what, Dunker did a great job doing his job and sticking the quarterback on that play. He had to pitch it.
First and 10 for the Rebels at the B-Digger 48-yard line. Trips to the right. Gutka in a shotgun is going to hand it off to Reese, and he's smashed right at the line of scrimmage, and we got a late flag. Ryan Dunker made the tackle, as did Andrew Guzman. I wonder if there was a piece of the face mask at all, because he went down in a very unusual way, Dave.
Yeah, he just kind of curled up when he went down.
Let's see if that's against Brush, because normally you don't call holding plays that quickly, but let's see, which way are they going?
Yeah, we're backing up.
Yep, it's a personal foul face mask against the B-Diggers. That's 15 yards the other way.
Yeah, the official actually pointed the wrong way.
Yeah, well, that's no surprise here.
No.
First and 10 for Weld Central, the B-Digger 34-yard line. Two receivers to the left, two to the right. Man in motion to the left. Is that going to be an end around? In fact, there'll be a flag, illegal procedure. Zach Fulmer was in motion, and now Weld Central.
Wide receiver over on the far side in front of their bench. He was actually jumping. He was going to go in motion. The other guy on this side was going in motion, and he didn't get set again in time before they snapped the ball.
Yep, illegal shift. Do they call illegal shift before the play starts, Dave? I've never heard of that. It's normally false start, illegal procedure, but not an illegal shift. Normally the play runs through. But what do I know? All right, first and 15 for the 40. Again, same man, Fulmer in motion, gets the handoff, and he is tattooed a yard behind the line of scrimmage, but then is able to gain about a yard after that. I think a B-Digger along the far sideline made a big hit, and that was Dunker. It's a gain of a yard. It'll be second down and 14 for the B-Digger 39-yard line as we're nearly midway through the opening quarter. No score in Brush.
Dunker has had an amazing season from that middle linebacker position. He's been there making those big hits.
Yeah, he has been solid, and he's only a junior. Second and 14 for the Digger 39. Gutka, two-step drop, pressure coming. He is sacked. Ryan Dunker did it again, and he just demolished Gutka. And the loss is going to be back to the 45-yard line, a loss of 6 on the play. And now, all of a sudden, we got a third down and 20 to go for Weld Central. This could be four-down territory if they pick up some yardage here.
Well, they're going to have to watch that Reese kid. He's a big load, boy. 5'10", 230 pounds. That's a big running back to try to bring down.
Third down and 20 for the B-Digger 45. Out of his shotgun is Gutka. Rolls to his right, looking to set up a screen. Gets it to Reese, and he's going to be nailed for a loss. Who was there to make the play? That would be Isaac Romero for a 2-yard loss. And, Dave, that is assignment football at its best, 4th and 22.
Well, that's a sign that coaches did a great job preparing these kids for the game. He was standing there waiting for the screen. He wasn't over-rushing the quarterback and letting that running back get behind him. Just a great play and a great job by the coaches having them prepared.
All right, now the Rebels to punt. I'm not sure the punter is out there. It looks like an offensive lineman. Waiting the snap. Heavy rush. And that is, in fact, that is Reese who gets it off up the left sideline. That's a great roll inside the B-Digger 5 towards the goal line. Did he down it at the 1? I think he downed it at the 1-yard line. What a kick. Man, that is an outstanding punt. And that went for 46 yards. And that could be a game changer right there. The B-Diggers have to go 99 to get into the end zone with 5:04 to go in the opening quarter. No score.
Well, if we can run that football, we've shown that we can come out in that power eye and get after them. If the Diggers can just avoid those penalties, and hopefully that back judge isn't going to throw another delay game at us.
Well, Dave, this has almost got to be a quarterback keeper. You're going to have Peterson's going to be about 3 yards into the end zone at least. First and 10 for the B-Diggers at their own 1. This will be a handoff to Peterson right up the gut. He's got some yardage, and then there's a late flag there. He got to the 5. Now let's see what the flag is all about. Hopefully that's against Weld Central, because if it is, then the Beat Diggers have some breathing room. It's a gain of 4. And Dave, I think it's against the Rebels.
Yeah, they're marking that thing off before our Whitecap even had a chance to announce the penalty.
All right, what just happened there? He got to the 5, and the face mask is only 16-yard line?
Yeah.
That's not the correct math. All right, anyway, 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 16-yard line. Urich is going to hand it off right up the gut. That's Nick Wellen, and he spins his way to the 18 before the tackle is made. Right up the gut there. Let's see who that Rebel is. I don't think we have him on the roster. Yeah, he won't get mentioned, unfortunately for him. It'll be 2nd down and 8 to go for the Beat Diggers at the 18-yard line. Well, we've seen some new math, that's for sure. With 4:37 to go here in the opening quarter. 2nd down and 8 for the Beat Diggers at the 18-yard line. And rolling left is Urich, setting up, throwing deep up the right side. And Dunker, does he have it? No, he doesn't, but he's interfered with big time. Dunker was interfered with at the Weld Central 45. Unfortunately, because of the high school rules, that'll just be 15 yards forward and not a 1st down at the point of the penalty, Dave. But there were 2 defenders there who were all over him.
You know what was exciting is just a beautiful throw. Cade Urich hit him right on the numbers. If that kid wouldn't have interfered with Dunker, he would have come down with the ball.
Now that should be placed at the 33. And we apologize if we're having some technical issues here on the broadcast. Well, they're going to put it at the 38-yard line. It's a 20-yard interference. I don't get this. How is it a 20-yard interference penalty? But the Beat Diggers will take it. 1st and 10 for Brush. At their own 38-yard line. Let's see if it goes to Peterson. It will. Running left, and he slips out of a tackle. Then he's down about the 40. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 to go for the Beat Diggers at the 40-yard line.
You know, Brush having a lot of success running left, right at Dalton Wilkinson, who's 6'4", 270 pounds. Tell you what, Riggs Cannon's having a good night blocking him.
2nd down and 8 at the 40-yard line. Man in motion to the left. Peterson is the man in motion. Urich keeps it, and he lunges forward for about a yard to the 41. It'll be 3rd down and 7 to go at the 41-yard line.
Well, Central traded about 4 players in. I think they're expecting pass. Must have some sort of a nickel package.
3rd down and 7 at the 41. Peterson in motion to the right. Pressure coming, throwing off his back leg. Caught by Peterson, but then he's taken down at the 37 for a loss of 4. That means it'll be 4th down and about 11 to go for the Beat Diggers as Peterson gets dragged down right there.
Well, that was a good throw again by Cade Urich. He did a good job of getting rid of the football before the Weld Central kids got in his face. They had 3 down linemen, but then they sent 2 linebackers from their left side over there, and they just got in the backfield in a hurry.
Puga to punt for the Beat Diggers. Waiting the snap. Here comes the rush, and he gets it off a beautiful high end over end. It is fair caught at the 30. That's where the Rebels will begin their next drive. It was fair caught over there by Andrew Younger. Well, the Beat Diggers did not go 3 and out. Neither did the Rebels on their opening drive. 2:27 to go in the opening quarter. No score from Beat Digger Stadium. And this Brush defense has made some critical plays so far.
They sure have, and wrapping up that big running back, Colin Mackerel, 230 pounds. He's a hard one to bring down, but he hasn't hurt Brush except for on that one option play.
Yeah, that's Alex Reese. 1st and 10 Back to the eye. Gutka''s under center. He'll hand it off right up the gut for a gain of, well, maybe 4 or 5. That running back kept going. But that was Younger that time, Andrew Younger. 2nd down and 6 to go for the Rebels.
Yeah, he kind of ran backwards there for a while after he took that initial hit. That offensive line, Weld Central's getting off the ball pretty well.
2nd down and 6 to go from the 34. Again, backs it an eye. This will be a give left side to Younger. Tries to break out of a tackle following an offensive lineman, and he does get into the secondary. Across the 40 to the 42. It's a gain of 8. That's the Rebel first down.
You know, we had him back there almost at the line of scrimmage, but our guy ran out and just kind of tried to grab him with one arm. And, you know, he's going to have to shoot in there and grab some legs. He's going to have to get his head in front and stop those knees from churning.
1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 42-yard line, down to 1:43 to go. Neither team has scored in this opening quarter. Under center's Gutka. Let's see if they go with a running game once again. Handoff left side to Younger, and he's got a seam across the 45 to the 50. Found some small gaps in there and was able to pick up 8 yards before Nick Wellen made the hit, and some good running there for Weld Central. The last 2 plays, it'll be 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Younger's got 29 yards on 4 carries, and like you were saying, their offensive line, they're not that big. Their big guys are out. They must be just defensive players. These smaller offensive linemen they have, they're getting off the ball real quick and sustaining their blocks.
2nd down and a long 2 for Weld Central. At midfield, there's the give left side and trying to slip out of a tackle and maybe gaining a yard. Was that Reese that time? Very hard to see along the sideline, but that is Reese. Gains a yard. It'll be 3rd and a long 1 into B-Digger territory at the 49-yard line.
So Reese has 16 yards on 3 carries. Weld Central's having a lot of luck running to their left.
Yeah. Could be the final play of the opening quarter. In fact, they're looking up at the game clock. 15 seconds to go. 3rd and 1 from the B-Digger 49. There's the give right side and very close, but I think a little bit short of the first down. And was that given to Younger that time? And it was. That's the end of the opening quarter with the score. Brush nothing. Weld Central nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. All right, Weld Central will go for it. Let's start the second quarter. No score. 4th and 1. B-Digger 49. Quarterback keeper off the fake handoff. He's right at the stick, extremely close to the 48. They're going to have to measure this as Gutka got the carry. John Beltran back with Dave Uhrig. The B-Diggers think they have the stop there. Remember, Dave, the angles are very deceiving here at B-Digger Stadium because of the little slope of the field. I'm not sure they have that. If they do, it's by maybe a couple of credit cards.
Yeah, if they have it, it's not by much. You know, Weld Central, they faked the handoff to that big Reese kid, and then they kind of air forced it right behind him with their quarterback and had that lead blocker. They thought they were going to have it made, but Coach Lefevre had our defense in the right position. He had a nose guard, and then we also had a couple of tackles that were right down in there in that A gap, and there was just nowhere to run.
And the B-Diggers have held him, and he was short by quite a bit.
Yeah, at least a football length. At least. But that's a lot. You know, that's a lot.
Oh, that's a ton.
Yardage.
That's a ton. Well, Dave, I can tell you one thing. The B-Diggers have come into play in this game.
Oh, man, the defense is just playing amazing. And the offense is, too. Just going back to that one delay of game penalty that had no business being thrown.
1st and 10 for Brush at their own 48-yard line. Wellen, Lopez, Peterson in the backfield. There's the pitch to Peterson, stutter stepping, and then he lunges to the 49. Not much blocking there. There's a lot of traffic on that right side, and the B-Diggers rarely run on the right side successfully as opposed to the left side. We know that. It'll be 2nd down and 9 to go, but I think this game is being played at Brush's pace at this point.
Absolutely. Keeping the game close and keeping the clock running. You know, Weld Central, again, they had their 3 down linemen, but their defensive ends, they just come running. They timed it from about 2 yards back and just hit the line of scrimmage running and just got a lot of traffic in the backfield before we got the ball going.
2nd down and 9 for the B-Diggers, just shy of the 49. Play action. Uhrig to throw. Here comes pressure. Got to run out of it. He's sacked. Got to get rid of that football. I mean, I think he sensed the pressure. He's got to throw it away, and he was sacked over there by Stevens. That's Donald Stevens, and that's a loss of about 8. It'll be third down and about 17 to go, Dave.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Again, they send those defensive ends and a linebacker up the middle, and they're doing a good job of hitting the line of scrimmage right on the count. Offensively, we might need to start going on 2 once in a while to slow that rush down.
Third down and 17 for the Beat Diggers at their own 41. The way we're looking, this could be the first of 14 points based on the early returns. Trips to the right. Third down and 17 for the Beat Diggers. Peterson in motion to the right. Pumping is Urich, rolling, and he's sacked again, and he had no time there. He had no time. Coming right up the gut was Reese Metler, and that loss was, for about 10 yards. That'll be fourth down and about 27 to go for the Beat Diggers. They'll have to punt once again.
Yeah, Metler, he's 200 pounds, 6'2", so he's another big load. But, again, they're just blitzing. That's a blitzing defense. They're not really staying home. That was more of a 4-3 look, just keeping our offensive line confused.
We've had 2 good snaps with a punting game. Here comes the rush, and Puga with another nice punt. Not going to turn over too much. Fielded at the 39 and straight ahead to the 44. That might be Younger. Again, that time the Beat Diggers got down there on special teams. In fact, that might have been Caleb Cox. So it'll be at the 44. Good field position, though, for Weld Central. That's what the Beat Diggers have not been able to get after that punt that went down to the 1-yard line, and that changed the momentum of the game a little bit. But the Beat Diggers have worked their way out of that.
Well, this is a big first stop on this series, and Weld Central's coming out lined up in that spread. Got to look for the pass.
First and 10 at the 45 out of a shotgun handoff to Younger, running right off the end around. He's got a couple of yards, maybe 3. We'll give him close to the 48. Second down and a long 7. And look like Riggs Tan and Andrew Guzman combined for the hit.
Kids are seeing that fly coming around the corner. Defensive end's got to see that coming and get across in a hurry.
Second down and 7 to go for Weld Central, their own 48-yard line. Under 9 minutes to go, second quarter, no score. 2 receivers split each side out of a shotgun. Gudka throwing to his right. The pass is complete underneath. That's a first down. The tackle's made by Adrian Lopez. Devontae Fleming makes the catch at about the 45. Didn't need much, and he got, 7 yards in the play right at his stick. So first and 10 for Weld Central once again into Beat Digger territory, but the Beat Digger defense is bent a little bit, but not broken at all.
Yep, they've done a good job making the plays when they needed to. That time, the kid just ran right down the sideline and stopped just past the sticks. And, our defender was over there. He was right where he needed to be, but you got to credit Goodka. It was a great pass. Boy, he threw that thing on a rope.
And quickly, yeah. Very quickly. Out of a shotgun, handoff left side, and stuffed right there. Ryan Dunker makes the play on Zach Fulmer for the gain of a yard, maybe 2. Boy, that'd be a generous second yard. Now they're going to backtrack it to the 44. And as you mentioned, Dunker's having an excellent junior year. Second down and 9 to go for the Rebels.
Just a sure tackler. He's not necessarily down low on the legs. That play, he's right there at his hips. But the thing is, he just shows some strength. He doesn't let go of them.
Second down and 9 to go for the Rebels at the Beat Digger 44-yard line. Out of a shotgun is Gudka. 2 receivers split each side. Man in motion, and this will be a quarterback keeper if I get it out of my mouth, and a gain of 1 right up the gut. It was the fake to Andrew Younger. And Isaac Romero, the first Beat Digger, in on the play. It'll be third down and 8 to go for the Rebels. 7.5 to go in the opening half here in Brush.
Just starting to pay attention. Holy cow, Dunker's over here playing right defensive end. That tells you the coaches knew that they were going to try to run that fly around the corners and decided to take half of those opportunities away from him by putting Dunker on one of those sides.
Beat Diggers have quite a bit of inexperience in the secondary, and that's because of injury as well. And do we have a Rebels timeout? We have a timeout. Yep. Weld Central calls it. With 7:08 to go in the opening half, it'll be third down and 8 for the 43-yard line. This day in Beat Digger football history segment coming up during halftime. Won't want to miss that one. That was some exciting action 5 years ago, look at all the bead diggers who are on the sidelines that are not dressed, Dave, and that's just a huge indication of how undermanned they are tonight. But you know what this sport is? Next man up. And somebody's got to step in and not just be a statue, but actually make a huge contribution. That's the game plan, obviously.
Yeah, when it's your turn, you got to be ready to make the play. And you can tell the guys that are out, I don't think they're out for the season because you can see they're not too engaged in the game. They're doing their own thing over there, just watching.
It'll be 3rd down and 8 to go for Weld Central to beat their 43-yard line. Again, could be 4-down territory. And a shotgun is Goodka. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Has the football, 3-step drop, looking left, heaving it up the left side. Receivers out there, and it's incomplete. Oh, that's broken up nicely. I think that might have been Garcia, who's down at the 9-yard line, intended, I believe, for Mettler. That was defended nicely, but the bead digger is hurt out there at about the 10, Dave.
Yeah, he jumped up there and made the players in perfect position. I think he just might have got his knee bumped onto that kid's knee, and that hurts.
It's an excellent defensive play, though, because the ball was maybe slightly underthrown, but still, you got to make the play.
Hey, you know what? That's one of the best corner plays we've seen all year, though.
Oh.
He was right with him all the way down the field.
Outstanding play.
He never lost track of where the receiver was, and he didn't lose track of where the ball was.
Alex Reese to punt, standing at his own 42. It's 4th down and 8. Watch out for any fake here. And that's a high snap, and it's well over his head. The ball is loose at the 27-yard line, and Reese has to land on it. And the Beat Diggers have great field position with 6:57 to go in the opening half in a scoreless game. For the second consecutive week, the opponent makes a mistake on special teams. Last week, the Beat Diggers took advantage of a Valley miscue and scored. Now let's see if they can do it here to Weld Central. That's a huge, huge break for Brush.
Yep, going the same direction. I kind of hit a panic button, though, because our guy ran down there and their kid fell on the ball, and I was thinking pro because our guy didn't even touch him. And I was like, holy cow, touch him before he gets up and runs with it. Luckily, high school rules prevents that.
Right. 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 27-yard line. Handoff Peterson left side, and he's hit at the 26. Looked like he had a hole there, Dave. It just closed very quickly. It's a gain of 1.
Yeah, it's just one tackle away. If there was nobody back in the secondary, it was going to be wide open. And the kid was able to just get an arm on him and trip him up.
2nd down and 9 to go after the pickup of 3 feet at the 26-yard line. I love the way this first half has gone for the Beat Diggers. They've not had the greatest field position, but they played well.
This is the best kind of game Diggers could have hoped for.
2nd down and 9 at the 26. Peterson in motion to the right. Urick looks to Phil. Heaves it up the right side. Peterson is out there, but it's incomplete. He was well covered. And that was going to be tough to pull off. And let's face it, Dave, they're all keying on Jaron Peterson.
Yeah, and if you were calling defense, that's what you would do too. On that play, Peterson, he was veering more toward the middle of the field, and I think Cade was expecting him to run towards the corner, and just not good communication.
Well, and if you're going for the home run, it's tough. I think the Beat Diggers have gone for the home run quite a bit this season, and it's hard to pull off. 3rd down and 9 to go for Brush. At about the 26, here's the pitch right to Peterson. Swinging to the right side. He's got a seam, but it's closed quickly across the 25 to the 24. It's a gain of 2. 4th down and 7 to go. Let's see what head coach Reed Call decides to do. They might give him the 23. Now it'll still be the 24. Under 6 minutes to go in the opening half. No score. And the Beat Diggers call a timeout, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance, Home Auto Life and Health. State Farm Insurance is there for you and your family. 842-4555. And the Beat Diggers have been faced with 4th down situations, Dave. That's another difference between this year and last year. Last year, they always seem to respond. And this year, the calls have been there, but they haven't been executed as well. And again, I think what's emblematic of the season is one play away, whether it's offensively or defensively.
Yep, and this is right in the spot of the, right there in between the 20 and the 30 where that usually happens to the kids this year. It'll be interesting to see what Coach Call calls here. And then, of course, on the Weld Central side, what are they going to do? They've been blitzing a lot. They start sending people. Brush could run right by them if the right plays called according to what they decide to do defensively.
It'll be 4th down and 7 to go for the Weld Central 24.
They had 2 defensive linemen.
You're going to shotgun. Back to throw. Pressure coming up the middle. Pass is incomplete. Oh, it's thrown to Dunker. He had it right there, but couldn't haul it in. Oh, that would have been an easy first down, but I think Ryan had his hands kind of twisted a little bit and couldn't haul it in, and Weld Central takes over on downs, but that looked like it was executed pretty well except for the catch on that end, Dave.
Yeah, they came up there with 2 defensive linemen, and then they brought another guy up right at the last second, and then they blitzed a couple linebackers, and it was the right call because they said Dunker right there into that hook zone behind where the linebackers usually line up, and the ball hit him right on the hands.
And again, if this play takes place a year ago, they make that one. But in 2016, that's been one of the differences, unfortunately. 1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 23-yard line. 5:53 to go, second quarter. No score from B. Digger Stadium. And there is the pitch right. And this is Andrew Younger looking for a seam. Flag is down. He's across the 25 to the 27. And you can nullify that 4-yard gain. Tackle was made by Nick Wellen.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a hold on that. And, Brush just working really hard with their defensive ends, trying not to get hooked. But again, their tight end was able to get to the corner and control our outside shoulder, and they were able to make the corner over there.
Yep, and that's going to go back to the 13-yard line. So it'll be 1st down and 20. Clock continues to roll here even after the penalty. Yeah, don't expect the Weld Central Rebels to put it up anytime soon, at least on this play. This will be an option left. There's the pitch left and to the outside, and a great play made over there by the Bee Diggers. And let's see who that is. Oh, that's Morales. The ball carrier was Andrew Younger. And Dave, he got back a loss of a yard actually to the 12, 2nd and 21.
That was that option, and when it first happened, our first guy, Dunker, he was all over Gudka, the quarterback, but there was nobody to get the pitch man, and then all of a sudden Morales comes out of nowhere. Showed a lot of speed getting up there to get the pitch man.
2nd down and 21. From their own 12-yard line, under center, Gudka back to throw. Throws up the middle. Pass is intercepted by Peterson to the 10-5. Touchdown, Peterson! We'll call him out 15 yards away for Jaron Peterson on the interception return. And the Bee Diggers, with 5 minutes to go in the opening half, lead the Rebels in Brush 6-0.
Just a great play there by Peterson coming from his middle linebacker position. He just drifted over there and got into that passing lane. Gudka throws the ball on the rope. It was going to be a good pass, but since it's not a lofty pass, it was right there where Peterson could step in front of it and catch the ball. We had some good pressure up the middle from our defensive linemen.
Now the extra point off the hole of Cade Urich. The snap is there. The kick is up, and the kick is right between the upright. 5 minutes to go, second quarter. The Bee Diggers 7, the Weld Central Rebels nothing on 10-10 KSIR and KSIR.com. Unofficially, a 15-yard interception return. Might have been a little bit more than that, but tough to gauge from here by Jaron Peterson. And again, what a season he's having. And the Bee Diggers, with 5 minutes to go, second quarter, have the lead. This will be a squib kick picked up at the 25-yard line. And there's a seam for Fulmer across the 40, carrying defenders. And there's a late flag at the 47. Again, special teams. Bee Diggers have got to play them. Let's see what the flag's all about, Dave.
Well, it's not going to be a face mask because our guy grabbed him down there around the ankle. So we'll have to see what happens here.
Waiting the call. Let's see if Weld Central's walking the other way.
Yep, the officials, it's going to pick the ball up. He's facing Weld Central, so he's going to walk that way too.
And indication will come momentarily. And it was towards the end of the play when the flag was thrown. Only a 5-yard penalty. Oh, a sideline warning. Well, how do you pick up sideline warnings, Dave, when you're watching the action? That's what I wonder about.
I don't know how you mark off 5 yards on a warning.
1st and 10. For Weld Central at their own 43-yard line.
We're still in there in that 5-3 look. 5 defensive linemen, but just one linebacker because we have to spread our linebackers out.
Out of a shotgun, the throw to the right is caught underneath up the sideline by Fulmer across the 50 to the 49. We'll call that a gain of about 8, just past the 50-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Here's where the Bead Diggers have got to play their best defense because they did receive the opening kickoff in this game.
Yep. I'll tell you what, Gutka throws the ball hard. He has a quick release. He got the snap, just dropped over and threw the ball on a rope, and Fulmer's got speed. He hit him right on the numbers.
2nd and 2. Man in motion to the left is Younger. Quarterback keeper right up the gut. 1st down right at the stick for B.J. Gutka. It's a gain of 2. Clock will stop with 4:10 to go. And again, Jaron Peterson picked off a pass and went the distance up the left side on a slant. And he was looking straight at the quarterback's eyes, you could tell.
Yeah, he just stepped right into that passing lane like he knew the play was coming. And he probably did, because like we said earlier, the coaches have really put these Diggers in position to be successful. It's up to them to execute, and Peterson sure did on that play.
1st and 10 for the Rebels at the Bead Digger 47-yard line. Now they're taking their time in the huddle. They still have 2 timeouts remaining, as do the Bead Diggers. In the gun is Gutka. Trips to the left. Gutka, 5-step drop, pressure coming. He's going to be sacked from behind! Andrew Guzman with a big-time sack for Brush. That's going to be a huge loss back to the 45. It'll be an 8-yard loss, 2nd down and 17. Or a 7-yard loss, that is, and the Bead Diggers are playing some defense. Timeout, Weld Central.
Minus 10 yards for Gutka right now because of all of those sacks. Just some great defensive plays there.
Dave, doesn't this carry some extra satisfaction knowing that you got some starters out of this game and they're getting it done, even though obviously Guzman 10, there's players in there with experience, and they have to pick up their game that much more.
Yeah, and they're excited because those guys right now, they're playing the I told you so. As a player, you're thinking, I'm good enough to play. I should be the guy out there playing. Now that they're getting that chance, they're trying to make that reality, proof.
So it'll be 2nd down and 17 for Weld Central. Their own 45, 3:25 to go. With a football at the 45, make it 2nd and 18. So I think I was right the first time.
Watch the screen.
Out of the gun is Gutka. And looking to his left, heaving it up the right side, wide open. The pass is caught up the right sideline and trying to break a tackle. Tackled from behind. Jade Queen makes the play, but Devontae Fleming was wide open. The Bead Diggers blew the coverage. And let's see if they mark it at about the 11 or the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 43. 1st and 10 for the Rebels. One play just changed the momentum right there.
Yep, 50 yards now for Fleming on those two passes.
And he was uncovered, completely uncovered, on his 2nd down and 18. 1st and 10 for the Rebels at the Bead Digger 12-yard line. Under 3 minutes to go in the opening half.
There's nothing fancy on that play. They just ran right down the sideline, and Gutka's got a great arm.
The fullback, Reese, right behind the quarterback. Handoff left side for Younger to the 10. And then he runs into a Bead Digger, slips out of a tackle, and then lunges that football to about the 5. It's a gain of 7. Nick Wellen makes the play, but it's 2nd down and 3. And Weld Central, Davis knocking on the door. And it's just that one play that has changed everything in this game.
Yeah, but it's the play that's haunted us this year. Even going back to Faith Christian, the shocker when we really thought we could have that one, and they completed that 40-yard pass when it was like 3rd and 18.
2nd down and 3 to go for Weld Central at the 5-yard line of Brush. Play action. Gutka roll in right, pressure coming, throws in the end zone. It's caught. That is a touchdown. And it might be the tight end Metler. I think I saw Reese Metler make the catch. So hard to tell from here along the far side. Yep. And the Bead Digger lead is down to 1. Off the 5-yard reception, it's Brush 7 and Weld Central 6.
They're 4 for 5 passing now. Just going to have to get a lot of pressure on Gutka because he's got such a good arm. The DB's going to have to hang tough with those receivers.
Sergio Gonzalez to attempt the extra point. Perfect snap. The kick is up. And that's right there. 2:05 to go. in the second quarter. The score, Weld Central 7, Brush 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Just like that, the Rebels get on the board. 5-yard pass to Reese Metler. 57-yard drive. And they did it in 2 minutes and 47 seconds. Now the Rebels to kick off is a high, short kick. It's going to be fielded a little bit deeper, and I thought by Lopez at the 9, running to his right. Then he is tattooed at about the 20. Critical series, Dave, to see what the Beat-Diggers can do right before the break.
You know, this is like you're playing great football, so I don't like saying this, but really it's a gut check series. You know, what do you do when you have that adversity? You know, we're going to see if the kids can have that grit that it takes to play tough in a tough game. They got to answer the call here.
Without a doubt, 1st and 10 for the Beat-Diggers. The official spot is the 21-yard line. Urich under center. There's a draw play right up the gut to Peterson. He's back to the line of scrimmage. Weld Central's only got 1 timeout remaining. Dalton Wilkinson, a senior, made the hit. It'll be 2nd down and about 10.5 to go for the Beat-Diggers. With 1:35 to go before the break.
Well, Central just has those down linemen, but they sneak those linebackers up. They just blitz from all over the place, and it's tough to block for the Diggers when they don't know where it's all coming from.
On 2nd down and 10, this will be a handoff to Peterson. He's not getting out of the backfield. Hit for a loss of 1 to the 20. Davy's got nowhere to run. It'll be 3rd down and about 11, close to 12 to go for Brush.
All they can do, Urich's going to have to go on 2. An offensive line's going to have to stay like a statue up there so they can catch Weld Central jumping off sides, because I guarantee they're going to do it.
Well, you know what? I would use up this play clock big time. Third down and about 12 to go for the 20. Blitz coming. Urich is rolling to his right. Still rolling. Throws underneath. The pass is tipped to the line of scrimmage. Incomplete. Tipped by Reese. It'll be 4th down and the Beat-Diggers to punt. Excellent play there by the Weld Central defense. Now this will be huge with 42.3 seconds to go. You know they're going to come after the punter. You don't want the momentum to shift so badly that Weld Central has a chance to take the lead before halftime. You keep it at a 7-7 game, and then it's whoever plays the best 24 minutes of football in the second half. Here comes the rush, and he gets it off. Nice job by Puga. It's a short punt. It'll take a Beat-Digger bounce into Weld Central territory to the 45-yard down by Wellen there. So he did a job, a punt of about 35 yards. And the Rebels with 1 timeout and 32.7 seconds to go have got to get at least, you'd figure, 40-some-odd yards for a field goal attempt at the very least.
Well, they've shown they can do it on the pass. A corner's got to be awake, and they got to get over there and stay with those receivers, not let them get a step on them.
1st and 10 for Weld Central at their own 45-yard line. Trips to the right, 2 receivers to the left, naked backfield, and a shotgun is Gudka. It's a 5-step drop, sets, takes off up the middle, and then he's going to get stood up about 2 yards shy of the line of scrimmage by Romero. Let's see if Weld Central takes that final timeout, and they do. It's a loss back to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Great coverage down the field and good containment up the middle by Brush.
Yeah, they had nowhere to throw the football. The corners were doing the job on that play. Our interior defensive linemen, they didn't over pursue. They were able to make that tackle once he decided to step up into the pocket.
It'll be 2nd down and 12. When play resumes. Yeah, just that one play has hurt the Beat-Diggers. Other than that, I mean, they made some stops. They stopped Weld Central on a 4th and 1. That's a good stuff by Brush defensively. And they've got their only points because of the Jaron Peterson interception return. 2nd down and 12 with the ball just shy of the 43. 22.4 seconds to go. Gutka rolls to his right, throws underneath. Pass is caught by Reese. Has a seam to the right side, trying to get out of bounds, and does. Into Beat-Digger territory at the 44. It'll be a gain of 13 yards and a first down for Weld Central. And they still have time to chuck this thing up with 16.1 seconds to go.
They've completed 5 of 6 passes for 76 yards to 4 different receivers, and just a real accurate passing attack.
All right, 16.1 to go here. Gutka setting up, pressure coming, takes off, and he's going to be sacked by Romero. That's going to be the end of the first half. Romero's going to throw him for a 3-yard loss, and they're back up to the line of scrimmage. They're not going to get this off. I doubt it. 2 seconds, 1 second. He's not even set, and now he spikes it, and that's it. Clock has run out. We have played 24 minutes of football here in Brush. It's Brush 7, Weld Central 7 on 1010 KSIR, KSIR.com. John Beltran, Dave Urick, as we begin the second half. Andrew Younger returns the kickoff 16 yards to the 23-yard line. Then a personal foul at the end of the play against Weld Central. So they've got some bad field position, Dave, at about their own 11-yard line. They'll call it the 12. 1st and 10, tied at 7. Handoff left side, that looks like Younger. And he's got a couple yards, if even that, along the far sideline. Nick Wallen around the football. It'll be a gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9 for the 13 for Weld Central.
So Younger has 40 yards on 9 carries, and they're just content to hand him the ball and let him run behind that lead blocker, Alex Reese, who's 5'10", 230-pound fullback.
It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Rebels at their own 13-yard line. Under center is Gutka. Let's see the Beat-Diggers play some solid defense. Oh, that's the first penalty they have. And I think that was, right, the nose tackle moving before the snap. That'll be offsides against Brush, and you got to watch that football. You've got him pinned deep. Now it's going to be a 2nd down and 4 on the offsides.
Yeah, when you're the nose guard, you're right there watching the ball. You got to be deaf. Hard part for him was he stood up. He showed that he wasn't in good position. He stood up like he was going to walk right through there.
So it's 2nd down and 4 from the 18-yard line for the Rebels. Just underway in the third quarter. Deadlocked at 7. Jaron Peterson with a 15-yard interception return for Brush. B.J. Gutka, 5-yard pass to Reese. Medler wants to throw here, and the slant is incomplete. I don't know if that ball was tipped, but it was well underthrown, intended for Fleming, defended by Garcia. 3rd down and 4 to go for Weld Central.
Garcia playing him a little over 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. They just tried to throw that quick slant. The kid was in position to make the catch, just underthrown by about 3 yards.
3rd down, and now it's 4.5. The Beat-Diggers picked up half a yard off an incomplete pass. I mean, that ball's definitely closer to the 17 now, and it wasn't there moments ago. 2 receivers to the left, nobody to the right. Backs in an eye. There's the handoff around the left side. That's going to be a first down, and breaking tackles to about the 30-yard line. There's a couple of flags down, and that was given to Levi Lemons, I believe. Yep. Now let's see what the flag's all about as Lopez made the tackle. If it counts, it's a gain of 12.
Well, I saw Dunker fly through the air. I think he got blocked from behind.
Yeah, it's not going to count. Should be against the Rebels, and the preliminary signal is a hold against Weld Central. But it's down the field, Dave, so it's not going to be from the line of scrimmage. It'll still be a 3rd down, and now we had a late flag go up, and that's going to be against, I believe, against the head coach, James Kennedy, or one of the coaches.
Yep, one of the coaches was really getting after people over there. And boy, it didn't take the officials long to throw that flag about 15 yards up in the air right over the top of the ball.
All right, so going to mark it off there for the 27, and then it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct. So we're going to see probably, they gave it 10 yards and 5 yards. That what we're looking at?
Oh,
Yep.
so sideline warning is 5-yard penalty. I didn't
Okay.
realize that.
All right, not unsportsmanlike.
I need to know the rules better myself.
Totaling 15 yards in the penalty. It'll be 3rd down and 9, Weld Central at their own 13-yard line. Keep in mind, Weld Central 6-0 coming into the game. The Bee-Diggers only 1-5, and the Bee-Diggers are giving Weld Central everything they can handle.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the high points of the season as the Diggers just playing some really good defense. Just that one 40-yard pass play, that was really the only thing that Weld Central's been able to, have successfully tonight.
It's 3rd down and 9 for the Rebels at their own 13-yard line. One receiver split each side. Baxton and I. This could be a handoff. Gutka is going to hand it off on the right side. A seam across the 15, trying to break tackles is Younger, but then the Bee-Diggers can tackle him at the 16. It's a gain of 3. Several Bee-Diggers there to make the play. 4th down and 6. And Isaac Romero around the football along with others, and Weld Central will have to punt.
Brush staying in that 5-3. That time it looked like they eagled their tackles down over the guards and tried to clog things up in the middle. Weld Central tried to run a little bit of a misdirection crossbuck action over here to the right side, and our defensive end stayed home.
All right, my correction. It was 2nd down and 9. Now it's 3rd and 6, so that's my bad. 3rd and 6 from the 16, so Weld Central will not punt unless the Bee-Diggers stop them. Play action, rolling left is Gutka, throwing off his back foot, complete. Up the left sideline, the ball is fumbled, and I think the Bee-Diggers might have it, and the Bee-Diggers have it, and it's recovered by Jade Queen at about the 20-yard line, maybe the 25, in that vicinity along the far sideline. And now let's see if Brush can take advantage of a huge turnover off the reception, I believe, by Metler, the tight end.
Yeah, I think it was Metler making the catch, and he was wide open. Our linebacker was responsible for having the coverage on that, and just coming from that middle position, it's hard to get out there in time. And just a real nice pass they had, but he didn't protect the ball.
The Bee-Diggers have it at the Weld Central 25-yard line. 1st down and 10. There's the pitch, and right up the gut. Peterson's got a seam to about the 20 off that quick pitch. Man, that guy runs hard, Dave. He runs extremely hard.
He does. He hits the line with a full load of gas and made something happen out of nothing. One of our offensive linemen ended up about 3 yards back in the backfield as the linebacker for Weld Central just ran over the top of him.
Gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 5 to go for Brush at the 20-yard line in the early moments of the 3rd quarter. Urick under center. There's a handoff. Peterson running left, stumbles and dives towards the 15. He was hit initially at about the 18-yard line. Looks like he's got a 1st down. 2nd consecutive 5-yard gain for the senior, Jaron Peterson.
Just a real nice carry there by Peterson as Brush lined up an unbalanced left. Weld Central again having a hard time making adjustments to that. Not able to get their defensive linemen over far enough to cover that area. Now they pulled that kid out of the game, try to put somebody in that understands it better.
Wellen, Lopez, and Peterson in the backfield. 1st down and 10 for the Weld Central 15. Urick hands it off to Peterson, running left, and he's going to be swallowed by Stevens right at the line of scrimmage. Might have lost half a yard. We'll call it 2nd down and 10 for the Bee-Diggers, now just shy of that 15-yard line. 4th play of the drive. It started because of the Weld Central turnover, their 2nd of the game. The first was Peterson's 15-yard interception return for a score. 8.5 to go in the 3rd, and the Bee-Diggers are looking to break the 7-7 tie. They have not trailed in this game. And they do have a pretty good field goal kicker. Puga hasn't made one, but he can boot it. 2nd down and 10 for the 15 under center. Urick is going to pitch it left. And here is Peterson up the sideline, but he's tackled at the 14. They got to block Stevens, Dave. I mean, he's just a one-man show out there on certain plays.
Yeah, we're not doing a good job of blocking, but you got to give Weld Central credit, man. Their kids are good tacklers. They're strong.
Yeah.
We can't tackle.
They'll give the 14, 3rd down and 9 to go. Dave, the Bee-Diggers have done virtually nothing in the passing game tonight. That's what they've
We've completed one pass. It was for -4 yards.
Yeah. Well, let's see if now they can do something to throw Weld Central off track. 3rd down and 9 for the 14-yard line. Wellen in motion to the right, and it looked like Weld Central jumped, and they did. Good hard count there by Cade Urich.
Yeah, that's what they're going to have to do to stop that rush, because Weld Central's just going to keep teeing off on us if we don't go on 2. They'd be smart to go on 2 again since the Rebels blitz every play.
Well, that's a big difference. Now it's 3rd down and 4.
We'll have to see. Does Brush go ahead and run right to try to get the ball in the middle of the field just in case they don't make it, so Puga can kick it straight instead of at an angle?
Well, it's 3rd down and 4 at the 9. This time Urich is under center. The pitch to Peterson running left, and he lunges. The ball is fumbled as he's hit at the 7, and Weld Central's got it at about the 2-yard line. That's a rare fumble for Jaron Peterson off the pitch. And the Rebels now come up with a turnover with 7:21 to go in the 3rd as the Beediggers were driving for the go-ahead score.
Yeah, just that's that tough luck that this team suffered from, virtually all year.
Weld Central's got it at their own 2-yard line. Man, Dave, how many times? One play away, as we've said before. And another case of that. But Weld Central's got to go 98 yards, and if they're going to do that, that could take a long time, which would eat up a lot of the 3rd quarter clock. Beediggers now got to force a turnover, at least hold them.
No big pass plays.
Younger is the D-back. 1st and 10 from the 2. Gutka right to the fullback, Reese, right up the gut. He spins out of a tackle, still on his feet, across the 10 to about the 13, and that was some very lackluster tackling by the Beediggers. Should have been a 1 or 2 yard gain instead of pick up a 12 and a 1st down at the 14.
Yep, just like you said, lackluster tackling, just not down there around his legs. And when you got a big, strong kid like that, if you're not as big and strong, you got to take his feet out from underneath him.
By the way, that touchdown by Peterson, first score brought to you by Western Engineering Consultants, providing civil engineering for aviation, municipal, commercial, and residential clients in Colorado. Pitch left to Younger, up the left side, and he's tackled around the ankles, but not before he gets across the 20, maybe to the 21. Adrian Lopez made the hit, and was there a flag down because they're stopping the clock? Yeah, because unless there's an injury along the sideline, there might be an injury there. It's a gain of about 6 to go at the 20. 2nd down and 4. That's an offensive lineman in Jonathan Lindstrom, a 5'11", 250-pound senior who's getting up along the sideline for Weld Central.
Well, Central's not afraid to go on 2. Then when they do snap the ball, those offensive linemen, they really churn their legs and just continue to wedge block downfield.
2nd down and 4 to go for the Rebels at their own 20-yard line. Deadlocked at 7, 6:38 to go in the 3rd quarter. Trips to the right, high snap out of the shotgun. Gutka throwing off his back foot, complete underneath the Reese, snaps out of a tackle, and he's got a 1st down across the 30. In fact, he's across the, see where he got him at, towards the 39. 29, gain of 9. Yeah, sometimes hard to, easy match, John. So gain of 9, 1st and 10. The Rebels started this drive at their own 2. Lining up on the right side. Metler, the tight end, is on the outside to the left, so he's lined up as more of a wide receiver. Out of his shotgun, Gutka high snap, throws it out left flat, caught by Young at the 29. He's at the 40, and he nearly broke it all the way as he's tackled from behind at the 43. It was a shoestring tackle. If not, he would have gone for 6. I think Jade Queen made the play, but it's a gain of 15. Another Weld Central 1st down. That's their 3rd of the drive.
That takes them to 108 yards. Tried 10 passes. They've only missed a couple of them tonight with the incomplete pass and an interception.
The Beediggers have not trailed in the game, but Weld Central looking to snap the 7-all tie. 1st and 10 at their own 44. Trips to the left. In a shotgun is Gutka. Option right. He pitches it. Reese has all types of running room to the outside. Queen cannot get him, and then he's knocked out of bounds into B-Digger territory at the 50 to the 49. And B-Digger and Isaac Morales, I believe that is still on the ground. And it's a gain of about 7. It'll be second down and 3 to go at the 49. A little bit of an ankle injury, and the B-Digger will be treated along the sideline. And I don't think that's a cramp. No, I think that's more of a knee. Or an ankle, I should say. 5:35 to go in the third. Second down and 3. Impressive drive for Weld Central, Dave.
Yep. It started with that very first play. Very first big run play where he couldn't make a tackle.
Out of a shotgun, pass out in the left flat. It's caught by Mettler, and he's got a first down, and the B-Diggers cannot tackle him until he gets to the 36. It's a gain of 13, and again, Brush, which has done an excellent job of tackling in this game, is doing a poor job on this drive.
Yeah, 128 yards passing now for them. Boy, they're accurate. Goodka's able to throw the ball out there. He throws it hard, but he throws it accurately, and the receivers are big enough. They're coming down with the ball.
First and 10 for the Rebels. They're looking to put together a 98-yard drive. That was a gain of 13. Approaching the 5-minute, 10-second mark of the third. Goodka in a shotgun. 4 yards behind center. Hand off to Reese left side, and he's tripped up. Boy, that was great penetration there. Right up the gut by, I believe, Peterson. And then he was able to lunge his way for, we'll say, a yard. Second down and 9 with a football at the 35-yard line. Now's the time to make the play, though. If not, you fall behind going into the fourth. Again in the shotgun with trips to the right. Second down and 9. Man in motion to the right. Younger has the handoff, running right side. He's got some yardage. Then he's upended after a gain of 5. The gain of 5 goes to the 30-yard line. Third down and 4 to go for the Rebels. And this is definitely a 4-down territorial situation.
Now that play, you'd think they were going to run it all the way around the end. They were able to pull a lineman over there and kick our defensive end out and actually run it off tackle.
We'll call it third and about 3, actually, with a ball at the 30. Again to the right. Man in motion. Quarterback keeper, left side. Goodka's got a first down to the 25. Up the left sideline to the 20. Knocked out of bounds. And nearly, I think Weld Central might have been looking for, I don't know if that was a late hit over there. A B-Digger's down in the secondary. Getting up slowly. And let's see where that gain went to, Dave, but it was pretty substantial. Let's give him about 12 yards there to the 18.
That almost gets him up to the 0 mark. He's at -3 still because of all the sacks he suffered. But, again, on that play after they didn't hand it off, the Diggers were looking for that end around. He kept it and ran the opposite way around the other end and didn't have a defensive end over there able to make the tackle as we got hooked on the play.
This will be the 10th play of the drive. Trips to the right. First and 10 for the B-Digger 18. Goodka in a shotgun. High snap. Hands off to Reese. Running left side to the 15. Still on his feet. And then he's stacked up, but he's still going towards the 10 and maybe a first down inside the 10 to about the 6 or 7. And they're having their way right now with a B-Digger defense. It's a gain of 12 for Alex Reese, who led this team in rushing going in.
Now, I was wondering why he hadn't been making a lot of plays. Their big rush tonight's been Younger with 54 yards, but Reese has got 40 yards on 6 carries, and they've just been saving him to run over the top of this when our defense starts getting tired.
First and goal from the 6. Fulmer in motion to the left. Goodka looking to throw out to the right. It's called by Reese. Stutter steps back to the outside, breaks it at a tackle at the 5. He lunges, and is he in? And I believe he's just short at the 1. But, man, the B-Diggers had a chance to make the play again. Could not. The gain of 5. They had a big shot there, Dave.
Yeah, just not holding on to his leg. He's a big, strong kid. He showed a lot of patience there. He stopped behind his blocker and waited for the Diggers to commit one way or the other before he took off running the ball. But the kid's just got to hold on to an ankle on a big lug like that.
Well, he might get the carry. Second and goal from the 1, 12th play of the drive. Will it be Reese or will it be Younger? It'll be Reese up the gut, and he's going to be held up right there. The Bee-Diggers tackled him right at the line of scrimmage. They were there to meet him. And Andrew Guzman laid a lick on him. 3rd and goal, and now is Weld Central going to call a timeout? They will. That's surprising. They're just using up a timeout in a tight game when you're a yard away. Of course, they might be thinking now quarterback sneak. 2:24 to go in the 3rd. And the game is tied at 7. But Weld Central's knocking on the door. Well, here's the thing, Dave. If Weld Central is going to win the Patriot East, they're going to have to play a lot better against Sterling when they face which I believe that's next week in Keensburg. I'll have to check out the schedule there, but that's coming up.
Well, give the Diggers some credit, boy. They're playing some good football tonight. They haven't given up any score easily.
Not at all. But we know how Sterling has gotten very hot. And the Bee-Diggers have not been hot, but they're certainly playing well tonight.
Coach Bustamante showed some savvy, too, against us, as he figured out he could attack our corners and got to throwing those hitch passes out there and those wide receiver screens and took advantage of us.
This is already a 7-minute drive. 3rd and goal inside the 1. Could be a quarterback sneak by Gudka. Let's see. Quarterback sneak, and he's in. That's a touchdown for B.J. Gudka. And Weld Central's in the lead, 13-7. What a drive that was. 7 minutes on the drive, 7+ minutes. Now the extra point to be attempted by Sergio Gonzalez. And the Bee-Diggers will have to counter. Off the hold of Gudka. There's a snap, and the boot is blocked. The ball is loose, but the play is dead there. I think Garcia came through and was able to block it. That could be a difference maker. 2:20 to go. We are in the 3rd quarter. It's Weld Central 13, Brush 7 on 1010 KSLR and KSLR.com. John Beltran back with Dave Urick. The bad news, Dave, is that Weld Central's taking the lead. That was a 13-play, 98-yard drive in just over 7 minutes. Brian Gudka, known as B.J. Gudka, with a 1-yard plunge. Quarterback sneak, but the extra point was blocked. That's the good news. And the Bee-Diggers were right there on the doorstep about to take the lead. Now they got to respond. And that kick is booted towards the sideline. Let's see if it goes out of bounds. Lopez is going to let it go out of bounds at the 10. That means Brush will have it at the 35-yard line. With still 14+ minutes of football to go, still anybody's game.
You betcha, and we'll take that. We'll take that at the 35-yard line. You got to have a big shout-out for my nephew, Toby Urick. I haven't done this very often, but I'm so proud of him. He's had a great cross-country year this year. Senior. He's got a good shot at making it to the state cross-country meet. I just wish him the best of luck. And also Coach Odell's softball team. Yeah, they got a big game tomorrow.
Bee-Diggers will play tomorrow at 1:15 against the winner of the 11 o'clock game between LaHunton University. The Bee-Diggers win that game. They qualify for the state tournament. And then the losers, I believe, of the first 2 games will play at 3:30 for the 2nd spot out of Class 3A. Tom Odell's done an incredible job with that team in a very, very difficult league. And not just this year. For many years, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. There's the give on the counter to Peterson, and he fumbles again, and the ball is loose. Weld Central picks it up, and they've got it at the 34, and that's another killer. He was stripped again, and the ball recovered by Gudka. Holy Mahungus, and things have unraveled for Brush on 2 offensive plays, and of course a load of defensive plays on Weld Central's previous drive.
Yep, you start getting tired. Sometimes you start trying too hard, trying to make those big plays and forget to take care of the ball. And you see that happen more times than not, especially when you're struggling.
Peterson has had such a fabulous season, but he has had 2 carries that he'd like to forget. With a 13-7 Weld Central lead. They have the football at the Brush 38-yard line. Check that, the 33-yard line. Well, this is showtime for the Beat Diggers defensively. 1st and 10, Gutka's under center. He's going to hand it off on the left side to Younger, and Younger tries to slip out of a tackle. Then he's held up along the right side. Still won't go down, but it's a gain of only 1. And the defense is going to take this as a major challenge, Dave. They don't want to be upstaged a couple of drives in a row because, man, 98-yard drive, that just tells you you got beat off the line of scrimmage for the most part.
Right, and, Weld Central used that passing attack with some of those short passes, getting Reese out there in the open so he could use his size and maybe take advantage of some of our smaller players that are playing out there.
2nd down and 9 at the 32-yard line for Weld Central in Beat-Digger territory. Gutka out of the gun, has a snap, pumps. He's going to heave it up the right side. A man is out there. The pass is broken up at about the 7. Zach Fulmer was looking for a flag, and now it looks like we have a cramping situation. Yeah, I think that's a cramp out there. Is Ed Garcia down again? He is in mass pain. But that looks like more of a cramp, Dave. I don't know. Well, let's see. Nope. I don't think that he's getting up.
Just tough, the Diggers, with the frustration they have, they're fatigued. It seems like almost on a lot of the plays, taking some hits, but we're not getting up. A lot of guys laying down and coming off the field.
Well, he was hurt earlier, and now he's getting assisted. I don't know the way he's walking. I'm just thinking that might have been a bad cramp, because now he's getting some assistance, but he's walking under his own power. Yeah, I mean, look how Giovanni looks. He looks pretty good now. I just think there's a millisecond there where his body tenses up and causes a massive amount of pain, then goes away. 3rd down and 9 for the 32 for Weld Central. Gutka under center is going to hand it off on the right side to Younger. Lots of traffic there trying to get out of it, and he's going to be back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and that's it. I'm going to tell you honestly, Dave, that call surprised me. After a Beat Digger defender went down.
A lot of times you'll see guys attack that corner, but they sure did. They were confident that they could pick it up on the ground.
Be a gain of about half a yard. 4th and a long 8 for the Beat Digger 31. We're down to 55 seconds to go in the 3rd, and they're going to go for it. This could be a game changer right now. If Weld Central picks this up, this could demoralize Brush going into the 4th. If not, still anybody's game. Out of the shotgun, 4th and 8 from the 31. Gutka rolling left. Pressure's coming. Tries to run out of it. And then he's going to get hit and sacked. The Beat Diggers make the play at the 35. Guzman and Romero make the hit. It's a loss of 4. The Beat Diggers take over on downs. And that is Brush Beat Digger defense at its best.
You betcha. They had a lot of pressure. The kid couldn't roll out to the left because our ends were getting upfield. But we still had that good pressure on the inside in the middle. Didn't over-pursue the quarterback, didn't leave him any running lanes, and they were able to swallow him up.
Got to give it to Peterson. You would think he's got to regain confidence, Dave, because he's fumbled 2 consecutive carries, and he's too good. However, this is going to be Urich in a shotgun. So it will not be a straight handoff whatsoever from the 35. Urich is going to roll to his right, looking for a screen out to the left, caught by Peterson, looking for a seam. He's got the left sideline to the 40, and then he's tackled across the 45 to the 46. What a well-executed play, a gain of 11, and that's a Beat Digger 1st down.
And that takes us into positive territory with our passing. Peterson has both catches, one for -4 and then that one for 7.
Could be a heck of a 4th quarter ahead after the defense made the big play. 1st and 10 for Brush. Clock is restarted with 17 seconds to go in the 3rd, down by 6. Peterson, the lone setback. Trips to the right. Man in motion to the left. Peterson hands it off, or gets it from Urich, and he's down for a loss of about half a yard. That'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for Brush with a score. Weld Central 13, Brush 7. On 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back with Dave Urich. Let's start the 4th quarter. The Beat Diggers trail the Weld Central Rebels 13-7. It'll be second down and they'll call it 11. With a ball at their own 46-yard line. Trips to the right. Urick out of the gun, is back to throw, looking to set up a screen over the middle. It is caught by Dunker, but he's got nothing. Why are they backtracking that to the 45? He got to the 46, 46 and a half. They got to know what forward progress is. That's a bad spot. It'll be third down, and now it's 12 to go. Really a loss of one there. You got to give him forward progress.
He definitely had at least another. I think he was back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Terrible spot. So it'll be third down and 12 to go from the 45. Weld Central took the lead late in the third on a 1-yard run by B.J. Gutka. Urick in a shotgun. Peterson in motion to the right. Naked backfield. Coming on a blitz. Urick is going to throw it over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Dunker had it at the 45. Couldn't bring it in.
Well, he saw those footsteps. You're coming over the middle. When you catch that free safety is going to bust you. And, it happened to him again, just like it happened earlier in the game.
The blitz came from the left side. Urick read it and delivered a ball that was right there. Maybe a tad high, but certainly extremely catchable.
Yeah, and Urick threw it well. He had pressure. Kid was coming in his face, the defensive end, and just couldn't make the catch.
And J.R. Puga to punt on 4th down and 12 from the 45. Perfect snap. Line drive. It's going to take a big bounce at the 20, and that's going to roll towards the end zone. And inside the 5 to the 1, I believe. Oh, that was down beautifully at the 1.
That was a perfect punt. There wasn't enough power on it to roll one more yard.
53 yards with a bounce. But again, Dave, Weld Central just went 98 yards 2 drives ago.
Yep, we got to have the big stop here. You're right. We need it on first down.
1st and 10 for the Rebels, leading 13-7. We're nearly 1 minute into the 4th. Still anybody's ball game, especially the Beat Diggers can make a stop here. 2 huge fumbles in that third quarter have hurt Brush's cause, but they were by Peterson, who did have the only Brush touchdown defensively. 1st and 10, under center's Gutka. Let's see if this goes to the fullback, Reese. There was movement there, handoff right up the gut, and that is Reese. He's got some yardage. He plunges his way to the 4. Gain of about 3, 2nd down and 7 to go. Jade Queen is one of the many Beat Diggers in on some contact for Brush.
He only has 43 yards on 8 carries. Digger's doing a good job at containing him. That time making some hits down below the knees.
2nd down and 7 to go for the Rebels at their own 4-yard line. Should be a simple handoff. It is. Running left and back to the middle is Younger, and he's into the secondary. It's a first down. Across the 10 towards the 12. And some shifty cutting there. It's a gain of 8.
He has 61 yards on 15 carries. But again, we had shots at tackling him back close to the line of scrimmage. Had some guys leave their feet and fly in there trying to make an arm tackle, and the kid's just too strong to bring down like that.
Well, let's remember they went on a 7-minute drive when they scored in the third, and they have the capacity to do that here with as much territory as they have to cover. 1st and 10 from the 12. This will be the option right, and there's the pitch, and there's a big seam to the outside. Jade Queen's got to make the hit there on Younger. The ball is loose and fumbled, and the Beat Diggers pick it up. Picked up, I believe, by Morales at the 41. It was fumbled by Younger. He had 28 yards in the carry. It was fumbled, and the Beat Diggers now with a shot to even the game and maybe take the lead off a second turnover in the second half here by Weld Central.
A lot of times the kid right there would have taken him out of bounds, used the sideline, but Queen, alertly knowing they needed to get a turnover, he went ahead and went for the ball as well as he tackled him and caused the fumble. Just a great play.
Jade Queen made a touchdown-saving tackle earlier and just made the play there. 1st and 10 for the Beat Diggers at the 41. 10:01 to go in the game. Weld Central leads 13-7. This is their time. You don't do it here, it's going to be tough to get into the end zone. Lopez in motion to the left. Urich will hand it off to Peterson, running left, back towards the middle, inside the 40 to the 35. It's a gain of 6 for Jaron Peterson. 2nd down and 4 to go for the Bee Diggers.
That takes him to 51 yards now on 19 carries. And tell you what, Weld Central's doing to us like a lot of teams. They got 9 guys up there within about 3 or 4 yards of the line of scrimmage, 9 guys in the box, and a free safety 10 yards off from the middle of the ball.
2nd down and 4 for the 35. Peterson left side, and he's got a small hole that's closed. Very quickly, a gain of 1. 3rd and 3 at the 34. The Bee Diggers are definitely more physical defensively tonight. I mean, with the forced turnovers, and that could have gone 70-some-odd yards.
Oh, yeah, that could have been a touchdown for him. But I'll tell you what, Queen, like I said, he was smart, went for the ball there.
Under 9 minutes to go in the game. Rebels lead by 6. 3rd and 3 for Brush at the Weld Central 34. Urich on the pitch right to Peterson. Tries to swing it to the outside. Has no running room and has thrown for a loss. Back to the 38. It's a loss of 4. Ball was loose, but that was after Peterson was down. And Dave, I thought that might have been one of those pass plays that Peterson has executed, because we've seen that. We saw that last week. The pitch right, and he threw it to Dunker for 23. But now Brush is faced with a 4th, and we'll call it about 6 at the 37. Got to go for it here with 8:22 in the game, down 13-7.
The Rebels have so much team speed on defense. Everybody's yelling, block somebody, but they're so fast. Our kids are having a hard time getting in position to make the blocks.
Trips to the left. 4th and 6 for the Weld Central 37. Urich in a shotgun. 2-step drop, looking, throwing, passes, tipped and complete. Intended on a slant there, I believe, for Garcia. Yeah, it was limping. And the Rebels take over on downs with 8:03 to go in the game.
Still, we didn't score there, but neither did Weld Central, and they don't have the ball on the 50 like they would have had if they wouldn't have had that fumble.
Bee Diggers have all their timeouts remaining. Not that you have to use them that quickly, as Weld Central has it 1st and 10 at their own 37. But unfortunately for the Bee Diggers, they went just 4 yards in 4 plays. Couldn't generate a 1st down.
Brush still in that 5-3.
There is the give to Younger running right. He's going to be hitting the backfield and then stood up by a few other Bee Diggers. The ball is loose, but that's after the whistle. And Josh Chacon made the play there for a loss. Are they going to give him back to the line of scrimmage? I guess they do. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Rebels.
But we wrapped him up in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage, and that's a good start. One of our few short yardage stops on 1st down.
2nd down and 10 to go at the 37. There's the give to Reese running left, back to the middle. The Bee Diggers then stack him up at the 40 for a gain of 3. Penetration there by Isaac Romero. 3rd down and 7 to go. Critical plays, and they're going to mark him shy of the 40, so be closer to 3rd and 8 to go. We're at the 6:55 mark of the 4th. The Rebels with a 13-7 advantage. A little bit sloppy here in the second half, Dave, with the 4 turnovers, but still a solid competitive football game.
You bet. Just doing a lot better job with our pass defense, even though they do have 135 yards passing tonight.
Well, they had a huge 43-yard play to set up a touchdown. 3rd and 8. This will be the end around to Fulmer. Back to the middle. The Bee Diggers there to meet him, and it's only a gain of a couple to the 41. It'll be 4th down at about 6. And Brush playing assignment football. Riggs Tan did so. And the other Bee Digger getting up slowly. Looks like that's Morales again, who was hit earlier in this game. And Weld Central will have to punt. Dave, there's still a shot for the Bee Diggers approaching the 6-minute mark of the game, but you got to get something going offensively.
We need another bad snap.
Yeah, that did set up. Well, no, that could have set up a touchdown. That's a perfect snap to Reese, and he gets it off. Heavy rush. And that's towards the sideline. Peterson has to let that roll. Is he going to pick it up? Don't touch that ball. It could be in trouble for him. And it's going to be downed, but inside the 20 to the 17. You've got to go 83 yards in 5 minutes and 50 seconds, and they're going to have to do it patiently. They have all 3 timeouts.
Well, they just got to start with taking care of the football. They've shown they can run the ball. Well, the game's changing now because Weld Central's got to be anticipating pass. Hopefully that's going to open up some running lanes again, stop some of that blitzing. Also, Brush, if they're able to go on 2 a few times, it'll slow down some of those blitzes. When they did go on a hard count, they did get that offsides penalty.
1st and 10 with a football just shy of the 18. Cade Urich is in the shotgun. Awaiting the snap. 2 receivers to the right. And the ball is lost again. Are you kidding me? Off a handoff. And I think Weld Central's got it again. Peterson was to get it. But I don't think it was a clean exchange. Weld Central has it again. Well, Dave, I mean, you can't win football games doing this. That's pretty obvious. 3rd fumble here in the second half, and Weld Central's in the red zone.
Yep, they had the Twins sitting out here. They had Weld Central's defense spread out. It was a big chance to get that sweep around the right side, and like you said, it was just a bad mesh between the quarterback and the running back. I'm not sure the ball got into the breadbasket where it needed to be.
1st and 10, 5:39 to go in the game. If Weld Central scores, this game is pretty much over because the Bee Diggers have no points tonight on offense. Gutka hands it off on the counter, running left side to Younger to the 15, the sideline to the 10. A flag is down, and he's going to get to about the 1. He's into the end zone, but that's going to come back. That should come back. There was a big-time hold right in the middle of that line. And that should send it back past the 25-yard line. There's 2 flags down, in fact. Any break you can get here. No question about it.
Well, our digger was on his belly. Their kid had a hold of our leg.
Yep, it's a hold. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new or pre-owned vehicle, Ehrlich Toyota East and Fort Morgan will fit you to the car truck of your choice, serving all of Northeast Colorado. Ehrlich Toyota East, it'll be at the 25 Morgan Community College. It's Morgan Community College. There to help you imagine your possibilities, believe in yourself, and achieve your goals at morgancc.edu. 1st and 18 for the 25. Pitch right to Younger, looking for a block, and the Bee Diggers try to cut him off and do, as he gets a couple of yards, and Riggs 10 there to make the play along with a couple of others. And it'll be a gain again of about 2. And 2nd down and 15 to go for Weld Central.
They held the corner on that play. Our defensive end didn't necessarily get across the line of scrimmage that far, but what he was able to do is string it out towards the sideline, and it forced Younger to have to stutter step and try to cut back, and ran right into our pursuit.
2nd down and 15 from the 23. 4:45 to go in the game. You have a shot to win if you hold Weld Central here. In the gun is Gutka. He'll hand it off to Reese on the left side. Hit from behind after a gain of 1. And the Bee Diggers are holding up this Weld Central offense with a lot of success. And it looks like Guzman again, along with Josh Chacon, make the hit. 3rd and 14 to go.
One of the Diggers had to come out of the game because his helmet came off. Just a lot of breaks like that have been rough on the Diggers tonight, with those little boo-boos and injuries that have stopped some of the momentum.
This is 3rd down, and we'll call it a short 14 to go from the 23. Weld Central taking their time. They're going to call their 2nd timeout as soon as the play clock gets to 1. And let's take it with them. 4:03 to go in the game. Weld Central 13, Brush 7 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Okay, I guess we'll keep it right here. The Bee Diggers trail 13-7. It's 3rd down and 15 to go for Weld Central to Brush. 23-yard line. 4:03 to go in the game. Two receivers split each side. Gutka is in the gun. One-step drop, pumps, heaves it up the right side. Receiver wide open, touchdown. And that's it. That's going to do it for the Beet Diggers. Devontae Fleming from 23 yards away up the right sideline. Weld Central leads 19-7.
Yep, we had a little coverage there. He had us beat by about 2 yards, and just it was a perfect throw. That's what it boils down to, is just a beautiful, perfect throw, and the kid was able to make the catch.
Now the extra point. And that was on a 3rd and 15. And a kick by Gonzalez is inside the left upright. 3:59 to go in the game. Weld Central 20, Brush 7. Let's take a break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. 20-7 Weld Central. Quick drive there after the Beet Digger turnover, their third here in the second half. At 3:59 to go. Hey, the final score is going to look like Weld Central pretty much controlled this game, but to the contrary.
No, it's been a good game. Diggers have been in the fight.
Yeah, that was a 23-yard pass from Gutka to Devontae Fleming. And the kick is high and fielded at the 3 by Lopez. He drops it, picks it up, runs to the 10, back to the middle to the 15, and he's across the 15 towards the 18 or 19. And David, will take a miracle for the Beet Diggers to win the game, and that's because they haven't scored offensively tonight. And you've got 3:52 to go. You have all your timeouts, but unless they can bust a big play, it's going to be very difficult for Brush. 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Well, Weld Central's just guessed right a lot tonight. That's a blitzing defense. Like I said a few times, they'll have a couple of down linemen, in position and in a 3-point stance, but then they'll walk other guys up there, and they just kind of time it and blitz like crazy. They're always sending 2 or 3 people.
1st and 10, trips to the right. Urigan and gun, rolling to his right, looking, throwing off his back foot underneath, incomplete. He was being pressured. Intended along the sideline for Caleb Cox at about the 30. It'll be 2nd down and 10 to go for Brush.
Again, there was that blitz, and that's where that pressure came from. They sent 3 people. The kid was able to pick up the blitzer, but that's what released the other guy.
Weld Central might have been the team that played the best defensively against Brush this season. Because Beet Diggers, even in big-time loss, have had some long drives, but not tonight. Trips to the right. Urek to throw. Backside pressure, and then he throws a screen that's going to be a little bit low and incomplete. And it's good that he threw that ball nearly into the ground, because that would have been about a 3 or 4 yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
That was a bizarre formation for Weld Central that time, as they had their 2 defensive linemen down, and they weren't in typical positions. And then they blitzed other people in different gaps. It's hard for the offensive line to know who's coming.
Beet Diggers have done nothing offensively in the second half. 3rd and 10. Urek rolling, throwing deep over the middle. That's going to be incomplete. And Cox was covered by 3 receivers at the 45-yard line. Brush had so much momentum, Dave, inside the 10-yard line with a 7-7 score. And then the fumble changed everything.
Yep, and that's not something we've struggled with this year, but it just goes to show, every game this season there's been some sort of Achilles heel that shut us down.
Well, the punting game has not been one of them tonight. They've done a good job. Younger back deep to receive at his 42. And we got a whistle and a flag down. Offsides against Weld Central. That's unusual on a punt. What are they doing? I mean, you want to back off here. You're up by 13. You don't want to be that close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, Weld Central's never been a team defensively that we've watched that's been real disciplined, and
that's
one of the reasons we needed to go on 2 a few times.
That's going to prompt the Beet Diggers to go for it. They figure, hey, we're down by 13, 3:39 to go. We've got nothing to lose.
They need to go on 2 again right here.
Yeah, they haven't walked off the offsides. I don't know what they're doing there. And now they're going to walk it off. It'll be 4th down and 5 from the 25. Now, we got on the officials early on in this game, rightly so, but they've done a much better job since then.
See, again, look at Weld Central. They got a guy out here in defensive end on one side and a guy in a tackle on the other side.
Yeah, Weld Central jumped again. That's just careless football defensively. I mean, you had 4th and 10. Now you're going to give the Beat Diggers a 1st down.
Looked like the official on this side was going to say it was an illegal procedure because our running back was headed upfield, but I think they jumped off sides first.
Let's see what the call is. No, it's illegal procedure against Brush. Oh, boy. Well, maybe they'll go for it anyway, Dave. It's really not going to matter at this point unless you pick up the 1st down just to continue the drive. But credit to Beat Diggers tonight. They played a solid football game. They were a big underdog going in against a 6-0 Weld Central team. And Brush has been there the whole game. It's just right now in the last few minutes. 4th down and 10. Peterson in motion to the right. Urich. It'll look to throw a ball. Is batted incomplete. Batted right there. Tons of pressure in his face. And the Rebels have the ball with 3:35 to go.
Yeah, that's just brutal. We had him off sides there. It was going to be a 1st down. A guy that's in motion turns it upfield too soon. Causes that penalty.
Well, if you're Weld Central, just run the football here. I don't think the Beat Diggers will use their timeouts.
Would you risk the injury? Maybe just keep downing it and take as much time off the clock as you can.
Well, yeah. I mean, run, and then if Brush gets the ball back, it should be with about a minute and a half to go at the very best. But Goodka's in the gun from the 20, and he's going to hand it off, and the Beat Diggers there to make the play on Alex Reese. Guzman right there. There's a late flag.
Alex Reese, the ball carrier, right now by number 28, Sharon
Peterson also in on the play. I didn't see a face mask in there.
I didn't either. Well, Central's the ones walking backwards.
Well, is this going to be at the end of the play? Because it's a 4-yard loss. Maybe it's a personal foul at the end of the play. Yep, dead ball, unsportsmanlike. Well, that's a 5-yard loss, Dave, and then 15 backwards, so that stops the clock as well.
Well, Reese has got to be pretty frustrated with 41 yards on 11 carries. He's not used to being shut down like that.
Keep in mind, the clock does not restart. I don't know why that's not 2nd down. That should be 2nd down. There's the handoff to Younger off the end around, and he's got some yardage across the 40 to the 36 on that right side. B-Diggers call a timeout. I'm not sure they were going to use timeouts earlier, Dave, but now that they've got Weld Central in a major hole. Brought to you by Greg Mullen of State Farm Insurance, Home Auto Life and Health State Farm Insurance. There for you and your family. Now Brush is thinking, you know what? Let's try to get the ball back. It's a gain of about 4. It'll be 2nd down and 26. Well, I guess since they took the penalty, it's got to still be 1st down after the previous play.
Now they changed it to 3rd over there.
Okay, so that's right. Okay, I was right before. Well, that makes sense because it was a dead ball foul. They lost 5 yards. Yeah, the play counted, and so should the down. So it'll be 3rd down. Wow.
Mr. Hodgson, if you could come over to the stand. We've got kids throwing things from the backside of the stand.
That's not good. Yeah, we just had an incident there in the stands with a Gatorade bottle. That's not good. 3rd down. And a mile to go from the 36. Goodka pumping, looking to throw. Heaves it up the right side, and that's going to be, is it intercepted? If it is, no, I think it's just broken up. Well, Lopez not happy, but it's better. Don't intercept that pass. You don't want it at your own 1 or 2 yard line.
Yeah, it was a good job knocking it down.
Yep. And it was well covered. Now Weld Central's got a punt. Still 3:11 to go, Dave, but unfortunately, the offense, which if you look at the first 6 games of the season, has had some success, has had limited success tonight, much more in the first half than the second half. And Alex Reese to punt.
Again, just Weld Central blitzing so much, coming from all different directions with such an atypical
Low
defense.
snap, and the ball's blocked by Peterson. Oh, and the Bee Diggers pick it up. And at the 35-yard line to the 30, up the left sideline is Lopez to the 10-5. Touchdown off the block by Peterson. Lopez goes about 47 yards off the block punt. And with 3 minutes to go, the Bee Diggers are to within 7. It's 20-13.
Just a great play. We had 2 guys back there actually ready to make that block. The other bonus is Reese is limping off the field, so maybe he's not going to be able to get back out there.
Well, this game looked like it was over. But the Bee Diggers have different ideas about that. So Jaron Peterson with another block punt this season. Adrian Lopez with a 47-yard return, and the extra point is blocked right into the line. That was a very, very low kick. 3 minutes to go in the game. It's Weld Central 20, Brush 13 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. We have an even 3 minutes to go in the game. The Bee Diggers now trail 20-13. And they have not scored an offensive touchdown tonight. It's been on defense and special teams, Dave.
Yep, the defense has been doing it. Now let's see how our special teams does again as we prepare for a onside kick. Brush is lining up with the tee right in the middle of the field and a balanced number of defensive players on both sides of the tee on both sides of the field. So he could onside kick one way or the other. Weld Central's trying to figure out what they're going to do.
And the Bee Diggers still have 2 timeouts remaining, so even if they don't get the onside kick, they have a shot to get the ball back. J.R. Puga squibs that football. The ball is loose, but it's covered up by Weld Central. Dunker dove at the 46 of Weld Central. All right, well, you got another shot here to make a play.
The kids hustled down the field just like they needed to. The ball didn't get the hop we needed it. When he kicked it, it was one of those spiral balls that straight up and down with the ground, and it never turned over and took the hop.
1st and 10 for Weld Central. The clock didn't even move there, so it was downed immediately. At the 46. Dave, the Bee Diggers have committed 3 turnovers. Weld Central's made 2. Let's see if they can even the score here.
Just takes this one.
1st and 10 for the Rebels at their own 46-yard line. Backs in an eye. The quarterback, Goodka, under center, will hand it off to Younger. Swinging it to the left side. Slips out of a tackle and out of a second tackle. And then he's out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. But instead of a yard or 2, he gains close to 4. Let's see where the spot is going to be. It's going to be at midfield. Jade Queen made the hit. Jade Queen's made a couple of critical plays in this game, as we mentioned before. 2nd down and 6. With 2:53 to go, the Bee Diggers stopped them. They can use both timeouts and get the ball with about 2.5 to go, but they cannot allow Weld Central to generate a 1st down.
If Weld Central's going to run the ball towards the sidelines when they should be eating up the clock, the Diggers need to take advantage of that, and instead of missing those tackles, just ride the guy right out of bounds.
2nd down and 6 at midfield for the Rebels. Goodka option right, pitches right to Younger. He's got plenty of running room to the outside. A 1st down. A flag is down, and he's out of bounds at about the 35. Dave, there was no reason to throw or even put your hands on a defender because there was tons of running room out there, and this one looks like it'll be coming back, and Weld Central's made a lot of mistakes tonight.
Well, the play, you're right, the play happened way behind where Younger was running the ball. The official threw the flag, but he was already 3 yards downfield.
And Goodka did a great job of reading the Bee Digger defense there and pitching it at the perfect time. But that gain of about 7 is coming back, I think. Or is this against Brush? That might be against Brush.
I'll be darned.
Personal foul. Well, I don't know what happened there. We caught a gain of about 7 and 15 more. Now the Beet Diggers are in trouble. 1st and 10 at the 25 of Brush. I'm not sure where the personal foul occurred. Well, it occurred at the 40, which is why they walked it off 15 yards. Brush can still stop the clock twice. And now the clock is re-rolling, which means that Gutka's going to let it run down as much as possible. Brush has just got to force a turnover. 1st and 10 from the 25. Gutka hands it off to Younger. Running left. Beet Diggers try to strip him. And he's down at the 23. Timeout Brush, brought to you by Greg Mullen at State Farm Insurance. Ryan Dunker makes the hit. 2nd down and 8. And I believe, again, we don't have the timeout tracker up here. It's only a gain of 1 now. They backtracked the football, but I believe they have 1 more timeout remaining.
106 yards for Younger. He's the big gainer for him tonight. 23 carries. Just elusive, and he's able to break some tackles. Diggers getting in there a lot tonight, trying to grab a hold of ankles, but he just sort of limp legs out of it.
Well, let's see what happens here. Diggers got to make another play. And not easy in this situation. How many times have they called upon their defense to make a big hit? Quite a bit. Yep, at some point, it's just, you run out of steam there. 2nd down and 9 to go. There's the pitch right to Younger from the 24. Stutter steps back to the inside, and he breaks out of a tackle up the right sideline. Touchdown. He was held up at the 20, and somehow the Beet Diggers could not bring him down, and he scores. Andrew Younger, 24 yards away. I mean, he was held up for a while, for a couple of seconds, and he slipped away from the Beet Digger defense. It's now 26-13, Weld Central.
Yeah, just not a lot of gang tackling. Like we said before, the kid's gifted. He's able to limp leg out of some potential tackles, and when the rest of the Diggers are watching somebody else make the play and then he gets away, it's too late because he's got the speed to run away from people that are standing still.
High snap. Extra point looks good from here. It is. 2 minutes. 12 seconds to go in the game. The score, Weld Central 27, Brush 13. A 30-second break on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The Rebels are back up by 2 scores. Andrew Younger with a 24-yard run. 27-13, lots of scoring here in the 4th after it was a 7-7 game midway through the 3rd. And to kick it off for Weld Central is Taggart Moses. Towards the sideline, Lopez lets it bounce to the 6th, and it goes into the end zone. Nice job by Moses.
That's a high kick, high end over end kick, and he strategically places it over in the corner, not down the middle of the field.
First and 10 at the 20. It's been a long 4th quarter, Dave.
It has. When you have those mistakes and those letdowns and you're in it for so long, it makes it hard.
Beet Diggers up to the line of scrimmage. With 2:12 to go in the game. On 1st and 10, Urich out of the gun, rolls to his right, throws towards the sideline, and nobody's out there. It looked like the receiver ran the wrong pattern. 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, definitely some miscommunication. Our receiver was running straight down the field. The pass was thrown where nobody was at. Well, Central didn't have enough guys on the field. They sent somebody in late. Just sloppy.
Oh, it's been that type of half. I mean, 5 combined turnovers, penalties, mental lapses on both sides. 2nd down and 10. Urich passes out in the right flat. It's caught underneath. And along the sideline and tackled over there. Nunez with the reception. Fleming makes the tackle, gain of 5, 3rd down and 5 to go. It's a nice catch there. 3rd down and a long 5 to go, just shy of the 25. And the clock stops with 2:03 to go. This is a long second half. Reed Diggers up to the line of scrimmage. Urich is in the gun once again. Has the football, 2-step drop, rolls to his left, pressure coming, throws, pass is complete. First down to the 33, that is Garcia. That's the best pass play of the night, Dave, at least the best looking pass play.
Yeah, and he had to kind of sidearm it because of the pressure that was coming. He does a pretty nice job of zipping it in there.
Gain of 8. 1st and 10 for the Bead Diggers at their own 33. Minute 45 to go. Trips to the right. Urich is under center. Peterson the lone setback. There's the draw to Peterson at the 35 up the middle to the 40. And he slashes his way right at the 40. A gain of 7. Stevens makes the hit. Brush back up to the line of scrimmage. A minute 20 to go in the game. 3 receivers to the right. Urich rolling that way. Gets a block. Throws off his back foot. Complete. It's a first down. A gain of 10 to midfield. That's Garcia again. Nice leaping reception.
25 yards passing now, completing 6 passes out of 16 attempts.
Timeout for Brush. Their final timeout brought to you by Greg Mon at State Farm Insurance. A minute 15 to go. Well, see if they can get into the end zone, Dave. At least they'll accomplish something that they rarely accomplish, which is a touchdown by the offense, defense, and special teams.
I doubt if there's too many people in the state that expected this game to be as close as it is, or was.
No, Brush didn't trail until the latter stages of the third. And they're 50 yards away from getting back on the board. When you're shopping for new appliances, shop the best appliance store in Fort Morgan, B&B Appliance, with a full and complete line of Whirlpool appliances. They'll help you find your perfect fit. That is B&B Appliance in downtown Fort Morgan. And groceries, fresh cut meat and deli items, Foro Pharmacy, Western Union, Public Service Payments, 24-hour gas, Brush grocery cart, and Urich to throw up the left side, incomplete, intended for Garcia. That's at 1302 West Edison Street in Brush. A minute 9 to go, 2nd down and 10. I'm running out of space here. This has been such a long fourth quarter. From midfield, Weld Central leads 27-13. Trips to the right on 2nd down and 10 from midfield. Cade Urich rolls to his right, sets, throws, sideline incomplete, nearly picked off. Well, a great break on the ball by Andrew Younger. Caleb Cox was the intended receiver. You're right, Dave. They got speed on defense.
Yeah, they can close the gap in a hurry. They just have that, and you know, it's not just on the pass defense or on the run defense, but just the blitzing part of it. You know, they get in the backfield so quick.
3rd and 10. Peterson in motion to the right. Urich to throw, looking to set up a screen, and then he throws it into the feet of Ryan Dunker. He had to do that because that screen was extremely well defended. I mean, Urich really had no other shot other than to try and throw it down the field, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, the kid, they only sent 2 guys. Everybody else dropped back into pass coverage. They were anticipating the screen. But one of the guys was able to just run right past his blocker. He got back there. He didn't even try to go tackle Cade Urich. He just kind of stayed in front of him and broke down and forced Cade to throw it in the dirt.
4th and 10 to go. For Brush at midfield. Peterson in motion to the right. Urich rolls to his right. He'll take off with the football, and he's got a first down along the sideline and out of bounds at the 37. Got a late push there, but no flag. Nice job by Urich reading that perfectly. Oh, the Bee Diggers are not done yet.
First down. Ball spotted at the
He spotted that. They're going to give him 14. Well, again, they have a shot to get into the end zone, but they got to do it quickly with 54.8 seconds to go. It's already turning into a fairly lengthy drive. They started at their 20, so they've traveled 44 yards. Trips to the right. Peterson in motion that way. It's a crowded area. Urich pumping, heaving up the right side. Garcia's out there, incomplete. Yeah, he threw it too far towards the sideline. It'll be second down and 10 to go for the Bee Diggers.
Yep, we're 6 of 20 tonight. Weld Central only sent 2 defensive linemen for pass rushing, and they didn't really rush too much. They just kind of controlled our blockers and stood in front of them just to make sure Urich didn't take off running with the football.
Well, let's see what happens here in a second down and 10 play for the 36. Now the 3 receivers are out to the left side. And Urich is going to roll that way. No pressure. Heaves it up the left side, and that pass is going to be intercepted in the end zone. 4th turnover for the Bee Diggers, and there's a late flag, but it's not going to matter. It's picked off. And that is picked off over there by Eddie Carrillo Loya. And that will close the door on this game, Dave.
Yep, absolutely. So we ended up completing 621 passes, 30 yards.
There's a penalty flag on the flag.
And then we end up with the penalty right there at the end for tackling him out of bounds.
No, it's not the way you want to end this game, but it happens. Now, was he not in the end zone? I thought he was in the end zone when he picked it off. Apparently he wasn't.
Yeah, I think he was out there about on the yard and a half line.
All right, it's personal foul against Brush, yeah, so that would have been at the 1. Instead, it'll be at about the 16 then. And that's where they'll place it. And Weld Central, with 43.4 seconds to go, will just take a knee and we'll end this second half marathon. They're in victory formation. There's the snap, there's the knee. And we might have to run one more play. And the Rebels will extend their unbeaten season. Dave and I will name a player of the game momentarily. But we'll figure that out. We had a Bee Digger injury. It'll be second down. And that's it. They take another knee. Weld Central wins the game 27-13. We'll wrap it up after this in 2 minutes on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. Bee Digger post-game show is brought to you by Mr. D's Ace Home Center, with 3 locations to serve you better. Sterling Brush and Fort Morgan, your headquarters for all your home, farm, and ranch supplies from plumbing to feed. Mr. D's Ace Home Center. John Beltran back with Dave Yerg. The Bee Diggers lose their regular season home finale tonight, 27-13, as they took a 7-0 lead in the middle moments of the second quarter. Jaron Peterson with a 15-yard interception return, but back came Weld Central on a 57-yard drive. It was a 5-yard pass to Reese Metler from B.J. Gudka, and the game was deadlocked at 7 at halftime. Then the game really changed, Dave, in the third quarter. Jaron Peterson fumbled at about the 8-yard line. Weld Central recovered at the 2, went on a 98-yard drive, consuming over 7 minutes. Gudka with a 1-yard sneak. The PAT was blocked. It was 13-7. And then after the Bee Diggers turned it over for a third time, Weld Central took advantage, and they were able to get back into the end zone for a 20-7 lead. and that happened in the fourth quarter as they grabbed that 20-7 advantage, going up by double digits for the first time in the game. And I believe that was that 29-yarder that we had talked about earlier. Check that. That was Devontae Fleming, 23-yard pass from B.J. Gutka. Extra point was good, 20-7. B-Diggers came back with 3 minutes to go in the game. That was the block punt by Jaron Peterson. Adrian Lopez picked it up, 47 yards for the score. The PAT was blocked. It was 20-13. And then Andrew Younger sealed the deal, a 24-yard run. And that would be it. Weld Central stays undefeated, winning the contest 27-13. Let's run through those totals, starting with Weld Central. Alex Reese was their leading running back going in, Dave, but he did not get the majority of the work.
No, he ended up with 11 carries and 41 yards, and I'm sure he's disappointed in his output, but I'm sure he's very happy with the result as his partner in crime, Younger, ended up with 24 carries for 130 yards. Fulmer added 3 more carries for 5, and the quarterback was sacked a number of times for a total of -6 yards. They ended up with 170 yards rushing on 48 attempts.
And they also had a decent passing game there from Gutka, who threw for, about $158.
Yeah, 158 yards. He completed 12 of 15 attempts. And I'm telling you, that's a pretty darn good game.
Yeah.
He threw the ball better than most quarterbacks we've seen. He was really accurate. He could put some zip on the ball, and just a real outstanding quarterback there.
And the B-Diggers had one of their worst offensive sequences in the second half. They just couldn't really get it done at all. They didn't score offensively in the game, but they moved the ball a little bit in the first half, but the second half was a struggle, Dave, and the numbers reflect that throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, actually, we ended up with only -4 yards in the first half. We ended the game with 66 yards offense, 36 on the ground, 30 in the air, completed 6 of 21 attempts passing. Our leading rusher was actually Jaron Peterson. He had 54 yards on 23 carries, and outside of that, just not a lot going on. He caught the ball twice for 7 yards. Actually, our top receiver was Garcia, who had 2 catches for 18 yards.
B-Digger Player of the Game is brought to you by Cargill Beef, committed to feeding the world in a responsible way by improving products and processes. That's Cargill Beef, and we've called out so many defensive players, whether it be Ryan Dunker, Andrew Romero, or even Josh Chacon, Andrew Guzman, Riggs Tan, but we're going to give it to Jade Queen. Dave had some critical plays, including a forced fumble in that second half.
Yeah, he was all over the place, and when you got a guy that runs people down from behind and makes tackles, even if he didn't get that fumble recovery, it was worth it just because he did run down the player earlier in the game on that 40-yard pass play. So you got to give him credit for a lot of hustle out there on the field.
Yeah, made a touchdown-saving tackle besides that forced fumble we just referenced. With a loss, the B-Diggers fall to 0-3 in the Patriot League East, and their overall record is now 1-6. The Patriot League East record for Weld Central is now 3-0. They're 7-0 overall. Probably the best Weld Central team that we've ever seen.
Yeah, they're good. Their defense, man, they were fast. They were blitzing like crazy, and they had some really atypical formations with 2 defensive linemen that were in different places, across from the center, across from the defensive end. Then they'd send linebackers from other directions, and it was just a good defense. They just had a lot of hustle, a lot of speed, and some outstanding athletes.
Dave and I will be in Kersey on Friday night when the B-Diggers take on the Platte Valley Broncos. Kickoff at 7 o'clock right here on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. The sound engineer and producer of tonight's Brush B-Digger broadcast has been Rose Condas. Our replay engineer, Julie Garcia. For Dave Urig with his Western State hat, I got the Brush B-Digger cap. I'm John Beltran. The final score tonight from B-Digger Stadium, Weld Central 27, Brush 13. You've been watching the B-Digger post-game show right here on Facebook Live and listening to it on 1010 KSIR and on the World Wide Web at KSIR.com.